I've apologized to a lot of people, but you know what the biggest person was, bro?
Nope.
Myself.
Talk to me.
Listen, I was so mad at me.
It's hard to forgive yourself.
Fuck yes, bro.
I understand.
You wake up every day and you like, bro, how the fuck did I get here?
Yeah.
How the fuck did, and I'm not talking about the divorce, the marriage, the kids. I'm talking about life.
Yeah.
You grew up thinking you was gonna be the star of this player or this, that. You dating yourself in your mind, you have visions of what your life is gonna become. You see what I'm saying? And when it don't become what you want it to become, you're mad. But you don't understand, I had to be broken into nothing, bro. I was so, everybody had me on so much of a level, and not just pedestal, but they just looked at me as the person with all the answers, dog. So one day, I'm reading this book by Lisa Turquoise. It's called It's Not Supposed to Be This Way. And she said, when sometimes you'll be broken and you can put yourself back together again, right? You can put a Band-Aid on this. If you scratch yourself, you can do this and that. But have you ever been broken to dust?
Talk to me.
So when you break it down to dust, I gotta take you to where? I gotta take you to the potter's house. If I take you to the potter's house, he gotta add that water to you and put the clay on you to form you the way he wants you to be. Because you got your mind frame, and everybody has you as this person. They got you depicted as this person. They see you, when they see you, they don't see you how you see you. They don't see the blemishes that you have in your mind or yourself. You see what I'm saying? So now I have to break you down. So when you come back around again, they'll know he's human just like y'all.
Yeah.
He my son, but he human just like y'all. But it took me to, bro, I was I'm reading the word, I'm doing devotions, shit that I probably could have done in my marriage that we had started doing and got away from. When we was praying for the houses and praying for the cars and getting that foolishness of faith coming through and all that shit, you get so complacent because you're like, oh, I'm supposed to have this. I'm God's son. I treat people better than they treat themselves. They ain't gonna do me wrong. But I had to be broken, bro. And to be broken and to be brought up again, bro, I like this version of me. It's kind of like Lauryn Hill when she was on Unplugged and she said, y'all get to meet the new version of me every day. I'm a new Al every day.
Yeah. What qualifies you to be a man? And when I say that, like, there's, when you're 13, even at the age of 13, 14 maybe, a lot of us may have to take care of our household early due to shortage of money. Can you kind of lean back so I can hit your chest?
Yeah.
Due to like shortage of money or whatever's going on in our household, we might jump out into the streets or whatever. Some think when we turn 18, I'm a man now.
Yeah.
It could be 23, 21. I missed 21 like that, 33. Okay. Numbers. And then comes along, throughout the process of it, there's financial hardship. There's not being able to be there for your kids when they thought you should have been. I don't even know if I said that right. Or your romantic partner. Then you start to come down on yourself and start to believe, maybe I'm not a man throughout this process. So when do you actually know that you're a man?
I don't know, bro. When I look at it, you know what I'm saying? I'm everything music. So, H-Town emotions. The first time I felt emotions when I came out of my mama's womb, right? So then he said at the age of 13, first time I thought I was a man. And I'd say that because I think it was a time when my pop said, "Can I tell me that I am done? I gave you all the cards. Now it's on you to play the hand that you was dealt." But at the same time, from the outside looking in, you still don't really know. Every day, what qualifies you as a man is waking up. You dig what I'm saying? Because it's some days, bro. Go ahead.
Can you say that again?
Every day you wake up. That's what qualifies you as being a man. That you get a choice every day to be a better man than you were the day before. That's your qualifying. That's your right to fame. That's the contract. You sign the contract every day you wake up. As a man, even as a woman, you sign that. Whatever your choices may be in life, you dig what I'm saying? But as a man, because everybody looks at being a man different. A provider is a man. A lover is a man. You might can't do neither one of them, but you got other aspects that you do real good, attributes that you do good, and that's what he's a good man. You know what I'm saying? Coming up, even in the dating world, when they qualify you as a good man is, oh, he take care of me.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
pull
yeah,
up, he pull
yeah.
up on me, you know what I'm saying? In the old school Chevy, let me, you know what I'm saying, let me ride on the door. That's my man, you know what I'm saying? But I think as from one to another is being able to understand like that you have to grow. That's the qualifying thing. Every day you wake up, you have to grow. You got to. You know, it'll mess you up a long time.
I wonder when do we come to that stage though when we, cause you know, like when I came into my relationship with my wife,
Yeah.
I felt like shit. I don't cheat.
Yeah.
I'm a man.
Yeah.
You got a good man. You got a man. But as I went on, I started to realize, damn, nigga, you're still cheating because you're cheating her out of being more than what you are or whatever.
Facts.
So right there made me believe I may have been a man or whatever. I think I was still thinking as a child, so I couldn't have been a man. That made me question my manhood. So it's
nothing wrong with that though.
Yeah.
Because as a child I thought.
Ooh.
You see what I'm saying? As a child I thought. But then you gotta think though, people look at you and they look at it and they say, oh girl, you got
That's
a good
dope.
man.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? But even cats that's good men, you don't come home. You work 3 jobs.
Uh-huh.
You got outside kids. You and your mom and your brothers and sisters don't have the best relationship. These are all qualities that one person may say, these are my bottom lines, and these are other qualities that people, I don't want him to be cool with his mama. I don't want him to be cool with his family. I don't want him to have no friends. So as a man, bro, it's whatever is good for you and the person or in your circle.
So being a good man is subjective, or being a man, not good man. Being a man is subjective to whoever, because I question a lot of things. That's what I want to ask you. So since as I've grown up, you know, we're given this handbook damn near of what a man should and shouldn't do as we're coming up. Me personally, I have gay friends. So my total existence now is against what we were taught we should be. I have gay friends who I'm close to, as you just seen.
Yeah.
I have gay friends who I do dances on TikTok with my daughters or whatever. What else? I tell men I love them.
Yeah.
I look them in the eye, I tell them I love them. I look you in your eye, I tell you you're handsome, your beard look good, you smell good.
Yeah.
I do all of that. So that goes against what we were taught that because they said you shouldn't do that or you gay. That's gay, man. What have you changed since out of what you were taught is basically what I'm saying.
So when you go to sexuality and being like around gay men.
Yeah.
So when I was living in Houston, and I used to catch the bus, bro, to work. I used to catch the bus to work. I had on a slab. I had a slab. Then they had got stole. So like.
We talking about a car?
Yeah, it's a car. Car. Slab is a car.
Okay.
So
you from Houston?
No, here. But just the culture, everything kind of. But back.
So that's what they be talking about when they say slab. Okay, then go ahead. I always thought it was drugs, but go ahead. But go ahead. All right. Got it.
But I used to get on the bus. Right, there's 2 situations, and every day it was this guy, and he was on the bus, and you could see he was proud of who he was as a man. But I was so prideful. You would have thought it was kind of like back in the 60s and the 70s. I wouldn't sit by him. Bus would be packed. He'd have the seat to himself. For like a week straight, I'm in dress shoes. I'm working corporate America. I'm tired. I done been on my feet. You know what I'm saying? But I'm so prideful because I was so in a box of what the city taught us, of what this city taught, because this is all I knew growing up was this. In college, you don't be around them. You don't, because you're around them, birds of a feather flock together. You see what I'm saying? One day he tapped me. I'm like, I'm getting all offensive. He said, hey man, every gay man don't want every straight man. Sit down. I'm like, what? And it messed me up because I was seeing a lot of dudes that was down low or not confident in what they was doing on the back end of their life of sexuality, right? So I'm like, bro, I don't want to be that. So when I'm sitting down, he just gamed me up. He said, hey man, you always get on this bus, you always look nice, Dog, present yourself. He said, but what if I was the one to give you a job? He said, I'm gonna be the one it's gonna be somebody like me to give you a job. And not only that, what if I was the one to help your son or your daughter? At the time, I didn't have my son; I just had a daughter. He said, so what if I'm the one that has to help them one day?
He talking.
So do you thank them or do you not thank them? You see what I'm saying? So that was one situation. Now I get my anybody that knows me, before I cut the hair off, I was big on waves, brush, all of that. Before I went body loco, that's what it was, right? So I used to get my hair cut every Thursday. And I found a barbershop down there, and this cat, he was from New Orleans, and I would come in there. You know, this is Polo's at its highest peak. This is if you had that shit, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So like you had that shit on. It was what it was, right? So then I remember this dude used to come in, and it would be 15 barbers, stylists, because you go in the barbershop this side and stylists on this side, right? And this dude would come in every time, and you knew he was gay. But he was good with who he was. Once again, he was good at who he was. Every clipper would go off. Everybody would go outside. And I'm sitting there like, man, I'm getting on my phone. I ain't going outside. Like, every time dude come, I ain't going outside. One time, dude like, hey, boy, I got something for you out here. I'm like, boy, you ain't got nothing for me.
And this was after the encounter with the, okay.
So so in my mind, I'm like, I'm still going through the bus situation at the same time. But right after this, he like, man, I got something for you, bro. I done came here 4 weeks. I promise I got something for you. Just come outside. I go outside. It's a trunk. Now, they was doing what they was doing to get the clothes and the shoes and all of that, but he had Kohans. He had all big and tall at the time. Anything you could think of that was clothes, right?
And he saying how you was dressed up.
He said, I seen you, but I only seen you based on the ladies next door. Was like, it's always this dude coming there and get his beard done, and he always got ties on. You need to talk to him. He got suspenders and all of this. He's true corporate America. Dude had suits in the back, Kohans, Rockports, any kind of floor shoes you could think of. They running in the mall, whatever they was doing, you know what I'm saying? We pray the karma don't come back. But the fact of the matter is, he was like, bro, I'm trying to gift you something. But you got your pride closing my gift. You know what I'm saying?
In my head, I feel like you fighting. Like while you're talking, I'm like, damn, I want this.
But I wanted it so bad. You know what I'm saying? So like, bro, when I finally go out there, I done got dude numbers. So now every weekend it's time to jump fly. I don't have to go to the mall no more. So I'm like, hey, bro, pull up on me. Meet me here. He like, bro, I'll meet you at the barbershop because evidently you don't. I'm like, nah, just meet me right here. Then it got to the point, hey, pull up outside the crib. Let me get what you got, and it's good. But I had to change the way I was thinking. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I had to change it, bro. And then lastly, I was at work, and I used to call this dude. He's from Dallas. Let's call him Junior. Let's call him my son, because he used to come in. He's like, you remind me of my dad. And I'm like, remind your dad. So in my mind, what if you have a gay son? What if you have a son that ends up being this way? How are you gonna adapt? So I had a homegirl. She like a sister to me. She lived in Oklahoma. And he was like, you my mom, you my dad. So whenever he was going through, he would come to either one of us. So you find yourself teaching somebody that's really teaching you how to be in a room full of people that don't act like you, that don't be like you, or this is that. So I had to get out of that. I hate to say the box that we live in, Kansas City mind frame, because it's worldwide, but at the time it was a Kansas City mind frame.
Yeah.
You can't do that, bro.
Yeah.
If the homies knew you was out here riding around with this gay dude, they gonna treat you this kind of way. If they knew you was in a club, and it didn't make no difference because I was living in Houston where I'm walking in happy hours. I'm corporate America, but it's mainly women, right? So I'm walking in clubs and stuff with 15 to 10 women, and they tapping the girls like, hey, is he gay? Is he a pimp? Like, what's up? Like, why is he with y'all? He come with y'all every week. Like, what's up with him?
Yeah.
He's a straight man. So you damned if you do, you damned if you don't. That was the lesson. So now, I don't care about whatever you do is what you do, but just own it. That's my biggest thing, own it.
Yeah. I believe we, you and I both, have been gifted with a great responsibility.
Facts.
With our voices. Sometimes it could be a little overwhelming. Sometimes it could feel like a heavy burden.
Yeah.
But if you're anything like I am, you find so much joy in it, and you hold it dear to your heart. And that is the gift of spreading love through dialogue.
Facts. I agree.
And because we could be wrong at times. We can be like wrong with anybody else, but I believe where it comes from is a great place.
Mm-hmm.
So going back to that, when you come back, because I believe when you're taught something and you feel like it's the right thing, it's your job to put it on other people.
Yeah.
But you don't have to force it on them, of course. But when you got friends and stuff, when you're whether they're going to be resistant to it or not, it's your job to put it out there to me. So coming back to town, Kansas City, after you, because just to jump real quick, I hear like at times I've been on Clubhouse, I hear New York people talk.
Yeah.
Even Nori, when you listen to Nori talk on Drink Champs, he'll say, I went to Miami or whatever. Because in New York, it's all, what's up, bro? I mean, no, it's not what's up, bro. It's like, what the fuck you saying good morning for and all that stuff. Don't speak to me type stuff. You go to the South, it's all hugs and stuff. And you have to learn to adjust to that. You've been there for so long, you didn't fully adjust it that you come back to your hometown with that same mind state of doing that, but they don't embrace it like you do. What's that transition like though?
Speaking coming back was hard.
Because
we ride around, you come to the light. If he here first, you stay back. Kansas City. Down south, if I'm at the light, they pull up. What's going down, baby? What's up? You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Let's take the fact too that they saying, baby. When loved one. When I say that,
that's what I be on love one.
Love one. When I say that, what's good, baby? Give me some love, and I'm embracing. I was in price shopping, bro. Stay line. Ain't no gangster supposed to be out there. You see what I'm saying? I'm in third. I'm walking in there with my partner. I had just came back. Like I wasn't a week back. We walking through there. We just left the barbershop, and we in there getting some salads or something or whatever. And I'm speaking to this dude. He said, "Bro, you don't know me."
Well, you just randomly spoke to him.
I'm speaking to people, just in passing.
Oh, okay.
What's up, man? What's going on? How you doing, man? Hey, bro, you don't know me. Homeboy say, boy, you're a long way from Houston. Let this shit go. This is town. You ain't forgot.
Your homeboy said.
My homeboy telling me, you ain't in Houston no more, bro. You ain't in Houston no more. So imagine later on taking my friends to Houston to kick it, and he's saying, my son, Junior, you know what I'm saying? At the time, the co-workers and the other people that had been around that I had formed these bonds with was either gay women or gay men. I'm bringing them around, and all my partners is from here. And they like, well, you want to tell us something? Nah, they love me, though.
Yeah.
They love me unconditionally. When I ain't had no car, when I didn't have nothing. I got a chance to see what I loved about the South and what I loved about our childhood. If you had 5 and I had 5, we had 10. You dig what I'm saying? I would go out with them. And if I bought a first round, they arguing over the next 2. If I bought a meal, they buying the next 2 meals. If it was time to have a potluck and all of that, it was nothing. I make pinwheels. That's my niche. That's everybody that know. Al got them pinwheels, right? Al, you bring the pinwheels. I got the chicken. I got this. We all get together. It's good. But it took me to go down there and get that. But coming back here trying to give it to the city, sometimes people was like, "Boy, you too nice." I still get that to this day. But I'm okay with being too nice because when it's all said and done, bro, I'd rather that you say that he loved unconditionally. You dig what I'm saying? But from there to here, man, once you pass Oklahoma and come back into it, your mind frame get a little deeper. Your tent got to get a little darker. You see, your mug is on me. Even now, seeing people, like I just turned 38. You see what I'm saying? So when I'm walking up on people, I'm just speaking. Hey, boy, you look nice, boy. I'm out. I'm watching the game. You know what I'm saying? We talking trash. Here you gotta I can't talk about your team and my team because it can go left. There, it's trash talk. This is what we do. Hey, send them around over there. They won. Big dog, I see you won over there. KC, that's your name, right? Yeah. Hey, man, if we win, you know what it is, all right? But I had to get out of that mentality. You know what I'm saying? It was hard. Imagine seeing people you grew up with listening to. Bun B. He's standing for me to you, and I'm too prideful to say, hey, man, I grew up.
That's how you was when you went down there?
Hey, man, he make his money like we do.
Mm-hmm.
I'm on some player club type shit. I'm too cool. We had an AIDS awareness walk. We walking for the job. He's there with the radio station. We just walking. He's right there. I can say, hey, bro, you and Pimp C, you dig what I'm saying? Put some hair on my life, man. Gave me the game. You dig what I'm saying? But I was too cool to say, hey, bro, I appreciate what you do. Now, if I see somebody, I give them so much love, bro. I want your cup to run overflow when you leave work around me. Because it got to. Because on them days that ain't nobody filling your cup up, you can flash back and say, well, Al believed in me. You see what I'm saying? How Colin said, God did, Al did. I wanted to always be that. I don't care if it's my friends. I don't care if it's a foe. At the end of the day, hey, bro, it was really love. We only disrespecting each other because I felt and how you felt at the moment, but we can get past that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My biggest thing is really, I want people around me, and like you said, it's a heavy burden. Because some days you like, I don't want to say shit to nobody. I don't want to talk to them. I don't want to give them no nothing. But every time you get it, you gotta give them something. Bro.
Yeah.
You gotta give them a jewel, a gem. When I leave the workplace, all right, y'all be cool, be safe. I love you, man. Hey, man, anybody told you today, boy, I love you? Hey, bro, quit playing. I'm not. I really love you, bro. You made this easy for me today. We good. You took some burden off my mind. Worrying if I was going to have to pick up the slack for you and me. You see what I'm saying?
Yes,
but
sir.
I got that from the South. My family's originally from Arkansas.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? But I can remember as a kid going down the block. I stayed in Wyandotte County growing up. So 1131 Wood was my grandma's house. You go down, old man Jackson, he gonna wave at everybody.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care if he come through 100 times. I don't care if it's 100 times, 100 conversations or whatever. He gonna always, hey, the Tamale man, Mr. Walter, come through. Hey, the Swanson man, it was that. But we've got so far out of that where we feel like everybody in our business or everybody trying to know what we're doing or they're trying to pocket watch us. But really the reality of it is we really need a lot of love, bro. We need a lot of love right now.
And as like I said, and you said, as hard as it be, sometimes we still gotta suck it up and be like, it's my job.
It's my job.
I imagine you don't care. Just hearing you speak, you don't really care about being right. You don't care about right or wrong. You more so care about being effective. And that's how I am too. I speaking to some of my homies who probably wasn't my homies at the time, but are now my homies.
Right.
I remember getting into it with one of these people. It was just a random talk about something. And he had this street mentality still at our age or whatever. And I didn't agree with what he was saying. And I didn't know him like that, but I didn't agree. And I told him I didn't agree. Yeah. I only speak it because naturally I can just not give a fuck and don't say nothing. But something in my head, and I'm glad I did, was telling me, speak up, yeah. God. That's what I believe. I spoke my piece or whatever. He got offended. He wanted to fight. Me, and then it's a lot of people around too.
Yeah.
So me as a little dude coming up, I've always been, because I feel like you're trying to embarrass me. Thanks. And pride, like, now we gotta go. Yeah. We gotta go. But I held it, and he a big dude too.
Yeah.
I held it. I was like, we can do that, but this ain't about that. Yeah. I'm speaking with you right now. Yeah. He still wanted, we could throw hands or whatever. I'm like, it doesn't even make sense. He's lost or whatever. Time go on, we don't end up fighting. Time go on or whatever. About a year or two maybe, he comes up to me. I think it was about 2 years. He comes up to me, hey, bro. And we've had random talks since then. He said, hey, bro, I'm paraphrasing. I was a lot resistant to a lot of things you was telling me, but now you helped me so much, bro. Like, a lot of the stuff that you said stayed in my head.
Yeah.
So it lets me know that it doesn't go on, like, we're not doing it for nothing. Mm-hmm. It doesn't happen when you want it to, not want it, but you may not see the results of you being hard on, what is that, hard love or whatever, like talking to your tough, you may not see the results of right there and you want them to get it. but it for some of them it does happen.
Right.
So even with the same dude, he comes up to me about stuff now, and he be like, I don't know why I'm coming to you. I hate talking to you because you make me think or whatever.
Yeah.
Same dude. What's up, King? And when I see him, I be like, what up, King? Like, bro, why you calling me King? That's that's to where he was so caught up on it, which I wasn't gonna change my stance no matter what, but it made me start thinking like, how many people think like this? Me calling you a king is gay? Yeah. Cause you gotta think, when my girl is doing her thing, it's like king type shit. So I started asking more dudes that just walk past. I'm like, yo, if I call you king or whatever, they was all kind of like, man, that's, you know what I'm saying? Then but
so unsure of themselves though,
bro, and then that's how I'm going to challenge that. Not to say I'm right.
Yeah.
I'm going to challenge it. Like, I'm going to like really challenge, like question, like, why do you think that way? Or you not? Blah, whatever I say, I'm going to challenge it within the moment. Then you see they start. You can see it in their head like this nigga.
Yeah.
That's fuck.
That's right.
You right. This dude walk around. Good morning, King. Good morning, King, and all of that. So, staying that course, like in Kansas City, how have you been able? Have you seen the growth of what you've brought back?
The fruits of my life has been good.
Yeah.
In that aspect.
What type of examples you got?
I see my partners now. They able to tell each other they love each other. When it's time to go, when it's time to leave and get off the phone, you're able to say, hey, boy, I love you. Hey, y'all be cool. My own girls is able to be around men, and I hold my partners to a certain kind of standard. If you're not her type, you're just not her type. We happen to have the luxury. We got a whole bunch of cereal for her to choose from. If she don't choose you, let her choose a Captain Crunch this time. Let her choose whatever. You know what I'm saying? In metaphors, like, but I tell people, I might not be your type. My partner may not be your type, but I got a homeboy over here that's cool for you. And if not for a long time, but for a good time or for the moment or whatever it may be. You know what I'm saying? Or I got a homegirl, hey, bro, she may not be your speed. This is my homegirl. She don't really, but this one right here, she like you. I'm that. I believe in throwing lives. You know what I'm saying? For my people, whether it's jobs, whether it's music, whether it's vibes, I try to create the vibe. The vibe is everything. The moment's everything for me. But when I look at it now and I see some of my friends, they throw parties. You know what I'm saying? And that was my big thing in college. That was my big thing when I got back here. Even while I was married at the time, was parties. Everybody knew me. If I come in somewhere, I'm bringing something, I'm leaving it. I'm gonna show you how to be a gifter. When you come in, don't just bring paper plates. Don't just bring plastic forks. If it's a man in the house, bring him a bottle. Bring him a cigar. You know what I'm saying? If it's a woman in the house, grab the trash. You know what I'm saying? Before you get on the man's grill, ask him if it's okay. Like those gems and those jewels, man. Like and a few other things, they go so far. Like so far now, when I see some of my partners, bro, I be so happy because I see the growth as men. I see them be able to put clothes on. But we ain't put on nothing but Dickie outfits and Stafford t-shirts.
I still love a good Dickie outfit. But go ahead.
You know what I'm saying? But like, I'm talking about monkey suits and Staffords. Like, this is when you was running the JCPenney's by 150%, when they was giving everybody the JCPenney's card or the Citibank, you know what I'm saying, credit card, you run it up. They have to have a purple sticker on him, you know what I'm saying? The 2X tall, you dig what I'm saying? You just had to have it. 3X, you dig what I'm saying? Like, you was just, it was that thing. You dig what I'm saying? It was an era. So now to see my partners take the inches off their clothes. I like to dress. I dress down now because I'm in a season of comfort. I'm right between the transition of something.
Yeah.
I dress the way I dress now.
Too.
But I like to put that shit on when I can. You know what I'm saying? When it's at events and stuff like that, I like that because it gives you a chance to show who you are and your personality.
Yeah.
But I challenge all my homeboys to be men and to be their best version of them, how they want to be. You don't gotta be like me, because I've done some wrong, bro. But
all of us.
Yeah, but be the best version of yourself. So, yeah, man, when I look at it, I see a lot of growth in the people that's around me. And then I hear it too, the interactions. I didn't understand you're gonna be a leader. When my parents was telling me that, I'm like, man, that ain't what I wanna do.
Yeah.
You're gonna be a leader amongst many. You're gonna be king. You're gonna do it. Whether you like it or not. You can say whatever you wanna say, you can do whatever. it's gonna come back around. And I think a lot of my lessons continuously was because I didn't want to take that position. You know what I'm saying? But now when I see my partners, and I see, like I said, I got homeboys that I can't hang with you right now. I used to get mad at my partners. They say I'm babysitting. How you babysitting your own kids? Them your kids, bro. I got my kids. If my kids can't come, I can't come. I get mad at my homegirls when he can't get his son. Why not? You want to go hang, don't you? You don't want to go do nothing by yourself? Like certain stuff, I just don't tolerate it. But it's being outspoken. Because a lot of times, what I learned before I left Kansas City to move, I did everything everybody else wanted me to do. Everything in our lives is based on what we were taught. It's this manual they give us. There's some unwritten rules in it.
Yeah.
You're supposed to know this stuff and you're supposed to know this. That shit's outdated, bro. For what we dealing with in this world right
Evolution.
now, it's outdated.
Yes.
And ain't nobody took the time and went back in there. Example, you get the King James Version. But if you break down the NIV and all these other different ones, it's to help you better understand life, and it hasn't changed. We need a better version of this has changed. This is no longer this. Cool is now this. Being this is this. We got to get back to chivalry. Open the doors.
Oh my God, bro, you wouldn't believe how many times I open the door for a woman and they be like, what?
Yeah.
Shit. And it just, here's another example of something that bothers me so much. I had to check my homies on this. Not like hard check, but you know what I mean by check or whatever. So at the job, we get heavy packages, right? We get a lot of heavy packages. And I don't care if me and you don't even rock with each other as a woman or whatever. If I see you have a heavy, I'm coming to grab that mug. It's a one lady at my job. She don't like me.
Yeah.
She had this was like a couple days ago.
Right.
50 of them mugs coming down. She won't ask for no help. She was putting them down and taking them herself. And then I seen her start to stack them up. I said, this is my opportunity to go grab them. So I went and grabbed them or whatever. She didn't say thank you, which is cool.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that, because some of the people who don't favor me that much or whatever, they'll still say thank you. But I don't look for thank yous anyway.
Yeah.
But this is the thing that I find fucked up. The women at my job are so used to me coming to do it for them that they'll look past 30 other men and come be like, Domo, or yo, Domo, can you get this mug? It's heavy. And I don't mind doing it.
Yeah.
Exercise, whatever it may be. I just love being a gentleman.
Yeah.
But my mind is telling me, yo, why do y'all think this is cool? As men, that y'all see them coming to ask me.
Yeah.
They walking past y'all to ask me. Why do y'all think as men this is cool for this woman to have to come way down here and ask one man to come get a package when y'all are men too? Why don't you grab that package for her? What?
But they didn't have to grab it for their mama.
Huh?
They didn't have to grab it for their mama. Their mama made sure they had every Jordan. Their mama made sure when the teacher called and said that they was cutting up, not my baby. When they didn't want to go over their daddy's house, or if their daddy told them they couldn't go nowhere, mama was there. Grandma was there. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It was nobody there to tell them that's what you're supposed to do. And then the ones that was telling them, they was telling them, do this and you'll get this.
So they were only doing it for the reward.
Come on, man. Where is it? She didn't tell you thank you, right? But she told you thank you. By not saying anything, it's less confrontation.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When they walk past them, eventually some of them gonna start saying, hey man, I get that next time, just let me know. But it takes a while for you to turn over that leaf, because in their mind, ain't a woman gonna have me doing nothing that I ain't getting nothing from. Whereas in you like, if you get it done, we get it done. And if it was my mama or my sister or my auntie, how you may be thinking, I want somebody to help them. Because when one of my sisters works at Ford. I'm like, what do you do? She was pregnant at one point in time. She said, they treat me like a queen now. They give me a chair, let me do my thing. Yeah. But it had to be around some old school players. That's like seeing young boys outside nowadays, bro. Think about it. How many times do you see people have a girl on the outside of the sidewalk versus on the inside? You know what I'm saying?
Even their children sometimes too.
I just had youngsters Saturday was down on the Vine. Excuse me. And I kept saying, you gotta go on the inside. So finally he stopped. He's 4. Why? I said, because, man, I got to protect you, something come. Okay, so every time we turn, get on this side? Yeah. Just stay on the inside.
Mm-hmm.
When we going across the street, so where's the inside? You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But I'm explaining to him, traffic coming this way, so you the inside. If traffic coming this way, you the it got to change, you know?
Yeah.
They didn't learn that, bro. Nobody took the time to tell them that. They didn't have to. Hey, a woman, they think they the catch. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's nothing wrong with that. You're supposed to think you that, but you have to have enough integrity and enough tact to know how to backpedal that as a man and be like, hey man, I'm supposed to help. I don't care if it's another cat and he got a couch.
Exactly.
And he moving in his crib. Hey bro, you want some help? If he say no, he say no.
You did your part.
I did my part. But I think with that, bro, a lot of them just coddle, bro. Spoon fed.
Speaking on you did your part.
Yeah.
Because you made me run through something in my head. One of my homeboys, right? And I'm speaking on like apologizing to another man. One of my homeboys, you know, he had a small confrontation with another one of my homeboys or whatever. This guy is real big on, we're family. We supposed to be family or whatever. But I feel like what he did to me was wrong. Like, whatever he did to me was wrong. My thing with him was, you made this thing that you wanted to be a family and you're still learning or whatever amongst men. Mm-hmm. Another thing, you're older than this guy, so he still he's still learning how to do certain things. But as part of your growth, as prideful as you are, as prideful as you may be, if this is your friend or your brother, he may not have realized his offense. I believe you owe him a conversation as family or whatever, as friends or whatever. You owe him at least a conversation. If it don't go over the way you want it to go over, oh well, you did your part and you will feel good doing that. Have you been able to, like, when it comes to like apologizing, when it comes to just settling? No, I don't want to say settling the score because that sound like revenge type stuff, right? You get what I'm trying to say though, but like just like another thing before you even go, before you speak, for me, just to clear up shit, I've even thought about like the man I probably used to be and didn't realize my mistakes. Yeah. With my baby mama or with anybody, friends or anything, where we could have went wrong thinking about where we went wrong thinking about what I did, even though I didn't see it at the time. And even though it may not be on the scale of what they did or the reason why we departed or whatever, it was part of the reason. Facts. Now that I think about it. So I've even called back on some old stuff like, hey, yo, I don't know exactly what I did, or I may be able to point out little things, but I want you to know I apologize for that. You know what I'm saying? So that really lifted a lot of stuff up off of me. I felt so good because it had just been by me. And I find myself doing it a lot now when I start to think, man, dang, I might have. Even as light as like talking to one of my homeboys and then getting heated and being like, man, shut up. I don't believe you should tell another man to shut up. Yeah. And then I'm the type of person that, okay, I said shut up in front of him, her. Yeah. I'm going to apologize to him, but I'm going to wait till we around them so I can see it on. How have you been in that form?
Bro, this last 2 years, when I've been a lot of apologizing, I'm going to be super transparent. I had to apologize to my mom and my father.
Ooh, this going to be good.
I had to apologize to my family, a lot of my friends, bro. I'm going to be, and I don't really talk about it a lot. So when I went through my divorce, bro, I had to backtrack a lot of my friends because they was like, you chose her over us. But like we say, it's manual, right? When a man finds a wife, takes up this, he leaves home, it's all about her. My dad used to always tell me, my wife come first. That's the rule. My wife, don't disrespect my wife, we ain't got no problem, right? So when I was in that role, my wife comes, don't disrespect her, right? But I lost a lot of friends because I didn't know how to be transparent enough to say they were my friends first. They signed off on you. They were okay with this union. They celebrated it. They were good for it. So I had to go back and get a lot of those friends back. And not get them back in the sense of that, but just say, hey, at that time, bro, I do apologize if I made you feel like this. It wasn't intentionally this, but I'm apologizing because I want you to understand that this is what I was trying to do. A lot of my parties already had in-house, had already been married, been shagging up for 4, 5, 10 years, 2 indictments, 3 baby mamas, some other, you know what I'm saying? So I'm coming into this like we young, we gonna grow together. That's just how my mind frame is. So in order to do this, I gotta cut this shit. I gotta put my horse blinders on. Every now and then, bro, you gotta be this. You can't put yourself so high on a pedestal. Cause God will knock you down, bro. Every chance he get, he gonna humble you. Cause my son ain't supposed to be like that. My son supposed to be able to go get and talk to the people that I can't touch.
Yeah.
The people that don't, that you ain't even supposed to be here. They ain't even want to talk to the lady over there by the well. She was going to go die. She had already made up her mind. You see what I'm saying? And not to be preachy, but that's just what I know,
please,
you know what I'm
please.
saying? So, in the sense of that, bro, I had to apologize a lot. I had to apologize to my dad. Me and my dad, we bumped heads. But we bumped heads because I'm like, he was telling me how to get my marriage back, right? But I'm like, bro, this is your second tour. You didn't even marry my mom. You don't think that I wanted to be married? This was my dream. Bro, it took me a year to get back from this shit. That's all I knew. That was my forever. You dig what I'm saying? I didn't think that I was gonna love again, like Anthony Hamilton said. I couldn't fathom being without this person. You dig what I'm saying? No matter her wrongs, my wrongs, whatever, I thought we would be able to get through anything. You see what I'm saying? But at the same time, I was shunning a lot of my people. A lot of my homegirls was like, bro, we can't be friends. I'm like, yeah, we be friends, but I didn't know how to be their friend and be married. So it was like, shit, let me just be with my old lady to keep the peace. Because I don't ever want her to feel like this girl coming in between me and whatever. So you have to pick your battles. But a lot of times I should have sat down with everybody and said, hey, this is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I should have sat down and said, hey, this is my disclaimer. This is my partner since the sandbox. You know what I'm saying? When you get to doing invitations for weddings and shit, and you don't pick these people, and they like, but I thought we was friends. I'm like, we are. They like, but nigga, I didn't get no invite to the wedding. Like,
yeah.
I want to be there. I want to see my friends smile in person, not on picture. You know what I'm saying? So that, and then with my kids, you know what I'm saying? My kids, I just apologized to my son yesterday before I took him back to his mama, because he said, I'll be back in, not this Friday, but next Friday. I never wanted my kids to count days, bro. You know what I'm saying? I never wanted my kids to count days to when they would see their father again.
Yeah, that's a great way to
I
put it.
never wanted my kids, because you know, I counted days to see my parents. So that was real big on breaking a generational curse. It was the biggest shit ever. That was my main focus. It wasn't the divorce part, it was I didn't get to break the curse. You see what I'm saying? My mom and my mom's parents, they were together until my grandmother left and my grandpa left. My dad's parents, they were together, 7 boys, 7 girls over there. Blended family, they were together. You know what I'm saying? I didn't get a chance to see that because my parents wasn't there.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So it was a lot of times, bro, that shit would bother me, you know? But I told my son I apologize that I put you in this situation. He may not ever understand it until later. Yeah. But hey, son, I'm sorry that you gotta go house to house. Because you can tell he's starting to see it. And he's like, well, it's Sunday, so I go home. Or if I come to you, I'm gonna be here Friday and Saturday, but then I'm going home. And then I'll see you again in a couple of days. But if I don't wanna come, now we play that game. With my daughter, I apologize. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She's 14. I apologize if I was hard. I was only working with the scraps I was given. This is what my dad did. He didn't spare the rod and he didn't spoil the child. C's wasn't tolerated. B's you kind of got frowned upon. Just don't lie to me was my biggest thing with her. But I had to understand shit. I would lie to me because I don't want no whooping. I'm heavy-handed, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, excuse me. I've apologized to a lot of people. But you know what the biggest person was, bro?
Nope.
Myself.
Talk to me.
Bro, listen. I was so mad at me.
It's hard to forgive yourself.
Fuck yes, bro.
I understand.
You wake up every day and you like, bro, how the fuck did I get here?
Yeah.
How the fuck did, and I'm not talking about the divorce, the marriage, the kids. I'm talking about life.
Yeah.
You grew up thinking you was gonna be the star of this player or this, that. You dating yourself in your mind, you have visions of what your life is gonna become. You see what I'm saying? And when it don't become what you want it to become, you're mad. But you don't understand. I had to be broken into nothing, bro. I was so everybody had me on so much of a level, and not just pedestal, but they just looked at me as the person with all the answers, dog. So one day I'm reading this book by Lisa Turquoise. It's called It's Not Supposed to Be This Way. And she said, when sometimes you'll be broken and you can put yourself back together again, right? You can put a Band-Aid on this. If you scratch yourself, you can do this and that. But have you ever been broken to dust?
Talk to me.
So when you break it down to dust, I gotta take you to where? I gotta take you to the potter's house. If I take you to the potter's house, he gotta add that water to you and put the clay on you to form you the way he wants you to be. Because you got your mind frame, and everybody has you as this person. They got you depicted as this person. They see you, when they see you, they don't see you how you see you. They don't see the blemishes that you have in your mind of yourself. You see what I'm saying? So now I have to break you down. So when you come back around again, they'll know he's human just like y'all.
Yeah.
He my son, but he human just like y'all. But it took me to, bro, I was I'm reading the word, I'm doing devotions, shit that I probably could have done in my marriage that we had started doing and got away from. When we was praying for the houses and praying for the cars and getting that foolishness of faith coming through and all that shit, you get so complacent because you're like, oh, I'm supposed to have this. I'm God's son. I treat people better than they treat themselves. They ain't gonna do me wrong. But I had to be broken, bro. And to be broken and to be brought up again, bro, I like this version of me. It's kind of like Lauryn Hill when she was on Unplugged, and she said, y'all get to meet the new version of me every day. I'm a new Al every day.
Yeah, cause you're willing to learn and grow. That's how I am. I learn from everybody around me. Even when you think I'm not learning. From my daughters, from that baby.
Facts.
My daughter's teaching me how I'm supposed to raise them.
Yeah.
How I'm supposed, like, it's not the same as how you was raised.
Yeah.
So I'm making those changes or whatever, and I'm not too caught up in being like I'm older than you. I'm your parent.
Yeah.
I'm not too caught up in that to change. Like, this is how things go.
Yeah.
So I'm good with that, and I really love the man I'm becoming.
Bro, it's one of those things where when you look at it and you go back into it, in the beginning, I wanted to be right. I was keeping score. I'm keeping score. It's in my pocket. I was one of them. I'm one of them.
We the same.
Hey, keep going. Then when I blow up, back in '87, you took my soccer ball from me and you went home and you didn't bring it back. In '93, I told you that I love you and you didn't even check yes or no on the box. Hey, I used to want to be with you. I thought you was the finest thing in the world. And now when I see you, you just this. I had to get those licks back. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't until I understood, bro, you, okay, all right, keep holding on to that shit.
Because ultimately, now I haven't been the grudge type person that you speaking of.
It wasn't so much of a grudge. I kept scoring. So when I can lay my cards down, we can play tit for tat. I was a tit for tat. Will you do this? Well, you did this. Hey, bro, you my partner, but you ain't do this. Hey, bro, my kids had a party, you didn't come. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I did this, bro. But I did this. I kept scoring, bro.
You think ultimately, like, you're letting those people control you, though?
Hell yeah.
Because, like, you're only moving on what they'll think.
Yes.
Basically.
My life, bro. Before I left the first time to move to Houston, my life was based off of what I was to other people. My life I had no substance of who I was as a person. I didn't know me. I didn't know the shit I liked. I knew I liked music. I knew that at one point in time I wanted to be a roadie. I knew that when I heard Jodeci's album, the show, the after party in the hotel, it made me feel a certain kind of way. When you heard Big Dog Sylvester and other people of those natures and stuff like that, and certain albums, it made me feel certain kind. I knew live concerts was this. I knew as a kid, my dad set me at a Minister Farrakhan came, and he made us sit there for 5 hours, and I'm like, why? He's like, I like Marcus Garvey and the Garvey Acts, but look at them brothers. They've been sitting in them same positions for 5-6 hours. You know what I'm saying? And this is right before my sister hit her head, and he gave his life to Christ and became a deacon. You see what I'm saying? So I seen all that. So everything from people saying, "Oh, you like the Cowboys," well, your parents like the Chiefs, and this and that. Everything was based off of what others' perception of me was. I didn't want to walk out the room and people talk bad about me when I walked out. Now I can walk out the room and I don't give a fuck what nobody say. I was my authentic self when I was in that room.
Mm-hmm.
It was some days I had to fake it till I make it, bro. Within childhood, life, everything, crying because I felt like I was a burden in the room. Certain songs, Unconditional Love, Come On Tupac, it made me feel different, bro, because I felt like as a kid, I was a burden to my parents because they would argue so much about us. You see what I'm saying? I watched my mom go into a mental place, KU mental, because her parents bought her love. My dad's parents made him earn their love. So then we come up as kids, we got a little bit of both. You see what I'm saying? So
Back say that again?
her parents bought her love.
Okay.
Montgomery
I got
Ward's,
you.
Sears cards,
Uh-huh.
Indian Springs, Dillard's, Bloomingdale's,
Yeah.
Pops. You love me if you go out there and cut that grass. You love me if you come over here and pay some of these bills. You see what I'm saying?
That's hard.
So I got 2 different sets that I'm going with, bro. And then every Friday, my little brother had a football game or a basketball game. And my older brother wasn't there when I played sports. So my thing was, you got to be there for your little brother, right? You got to be there because you got to look up in the stands and see his brother there because it'll do something for a young boy when he sees his bro. You know what I'm saying? I remember as a kid, my oldest brother hit me with a stick. Man, my dad and my brother got to exchange words. You don't treat your brother like that because of your friends. That's your brother. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So then leaving and having to date myself, go in restaurants and sit there and they say, party 1 or 2, party 1. And really dating myself, sitting there having conversations with myself, driving with the car out with the music off, sitting in the house and you can hear all the cripples in the apartment, going through places where sometimes you just, people talking and they're like, you all right? You're like, yeah. But you over here in your
Zone.
You zone the hell out.
Zone.
I didn't know who I was, bro. I knew everybody loved me, so they say.
They loved who they thought you were. Truly.
How I made them feel.
Yeah.
But even today, I just told one of my partners, say, bro, I feel like we're in a one-sided friendship. If I don't reach out, you don't reach out. At this season of my life, if you don't reach out no more, please don't take it personal. I'm just not.
I gotta do what's best for me.
Bro, because I'm holding on. I tell everybody, bro, you know, how I do my shit. Like, my phone, I can show you. I got so many people on my phone that I'm holding on to in hopes that they get a chance to see their greatness.
Mm-hmm.
And I get a chance to see their greatness, and then we see each other's at the top. You see what I'm saying? That's a lonely fucking life. Cause you wake up every day, bro, and you even the days that you try to get sleep, you turning and tossing about somebody else that ain't thought about you, bro. They forgot you exist until they see you at Walmart.
You talking.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm holding on to some friendships, bro, that if I could just get them just to be around. Prime example. A lot of people, they would get with me and they'd be like, you know, I started my joint based off of what people say or whatever, right? Bro, I heard you was this. Hey, man, get in the car with me. Let's take a ride. Bro, what you want to drink? Oh, man, I'm cool. Bro, what you want to drink? Cool, you want something to eat? All right, bro. All right, bro, let's ride real quick. All right, hey, where your people's at? They over there? Okay, cool, let's go over there too. I felt like I had to show a person I'm not what they told you I was.
Mm-hmm.
But my actions should speak. If that's what they told you I was, believe it. If that's how they tell you I carry myself, believe it. No, I'm not perfect at all. Like I said, bro, some mistakes, like even as a person within myself, I battled some dark spots. You know what I'm saying? And came about that motherfucker. And then still, some days you catch yourself going back into them and you're like, whoa, let's detox a little bit.
Quicker catch than what it used to be too, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But when I tell you, everything was based off of opinions, bro. Opinions. I was naive. I was wearing my clothes. I'm from Wyandotte County, bro. We would wear an outfit on Friday. You see us Saturday morning, Saturday afternoon till 2. Till it's time to go kick it again, then we go change. That's Dusty when you got older and was coming back and forth. That was Dusty. But niggas was out here trying to chase that money. Or chasing a girl. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It wasn't keep the jeans on, change the t-shirt. It didn't matter. You see what I'm saying? But it was those moments when we had very little we had so much.
Yeah.
You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We had
Oh my
like,
God.
like those moments, bro. We had so much.
Even when you think about and I think this correlates a little bit. Before I started going to before I was in elementary school, I didn't know how much less material wise we had or whatever.
We had a TV. That's good enough.
But when I think about it now, because once you in school, it bothers you a little bit because it's something you're comparing yourself to something
Facts.
else. But now that I'm a man, I look back at it like, bro, times was so much funner when you had little, because you know what? It wasn't given to you. You had to go create it.
Yeah.
So we were so creative with the games that we made up and stuff. You take 2 pop cans and get a bag. Even when you think about, I don't know if y'all ever did this. We take a sock, put a hanger on the door, and play basketball. Like,
bro, we had a trash can. My dad, I used to get in trouble. Well, I used to get in trouble because my older brother, he didn't do his chores.
Yeah.
And I would do his chores. He said, that's not what I'm trying to teach you. I'm not teaching you to cover up for him. But I know when you clean the living room versus when he cleaned the living room. That's his job. Let him do his job. You ain't got to always save nobody. You're not God. At a young age, he told me that you're not God.
Mm-hmm. So
my god brother Howie T, he would be like he would come over. He would always want to play basketball. He's like, Pops, let him play. I'm like, man, yeah, whatever. He's like, all right, I'll let y'all play, but y'all play on the trash can. Trash can. All right, whatever. I'm still gonna whoop him. I used to literally come out the house, off the back porch, shoot it into the trash can. It'd be a bag in it. That's how I got my form right. Then finally he was like, okay, you can get the goal back out as you understand certain things with school and different things, and make sure you earn it. But bro, trash can basketball, putting the ball on a 5-speed, hitting it inside the frame, taking off pedaling and going to somebody else's block just to play ball. Even I would say early 2000s, right before it changed, right before sections was a thing in the club, when you would just go somewhere and you see the old cats doing it. They used to sit at the liquor store, but you see them at the park and they just sitting out there talking.
Mm-hmm.
Those are days that I yearn for, bro. Those are the simplicity of the world is when you can have a group of men and a group of women sit down and have a conversation, and it ain't nobody's insecure. Nobody's wondering if you're trying to take my man or take my woman, and you don't feel threatened in a room full of people. You can be your authentic self. Or outside, like outside, right when the weather about to change, like right now, everybody just sitting outside just talking. I yearn for them days. Hey, bro, like just see, we just chilling. We leave smoking cigarettes sometimes, man. We will sit there literally till 2 o'clock in the morning just talking. And they say, bro, we wasn't doing this till you got here, so. And guys' time. You see what I'm saying? They're like, bro, we was going home, whatever, going to go try to catch something, bro. You get around, you asking questions. So make us relive, you know what I'm saying? So those moments, bro, sitting outside of different spots, sitting in people's houses, now you gotta have a section to kick it. Now you gotta be seen in certain kind of clothes. Now you gotta be spending a lot of money to you courting friendships, not even your girlfriend or or your mate. You gotta court your friendships. You gotta pay for them to feel valid to be in your friend circle.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't like that a few years ago, bro. But I know with my son's generation, my daughter's generation, they'll get a little bit of it because they so like she's 14, so they'll wear Vans and ride on the side of them, so it's changing. Because back then you didn't ride on your shoes. Everything was about being fresh. So
get a little mark on them Air Forces.
Yeah,
you like, man.
Throw them away. The white out turning them yellow. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So now I see it changing, bro.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I see it changing, but them moments was timeless, bro. If I get them back again, if I get to see them again, that'll be better than the Cowboys winning the Super Bowl again, bro.
That's real when a man picks some shit like that over his sports team.
Listen, bro.
Hey.
Because of the nostalgia of it, bro. Like, even think about family reunions. I had some death in my family, bro. I've had death hit me within a month and a half, continuously going, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like, sometimes you can't see the end. You're like, dang, bro. And I got a blessing out of one of them because family member came and told me some stuff that just put a smile on my face. But ain't nobody putting the family reunion together no more. Our generation don't want to do it, and if we do it, we want to go on a cruise. We want to have this big extravaganza.
Yeah.
Instead of having that Friday fish fry, The barbecue on Saturday and the banquet and everybody go home.
That's because everybody want to pull their cameras out now too, and be able to show the world what's going on, and you're not actually enjoying your family or whatever's going on. You're trying to enjoy the comments and the likes from other people.
And I think that's where it's hard for me, and I think that's where I'm in that. I love the gap that I'm in because I get to bridge it. So I got the younger group and I got the older group.
Mm-hmm.
So I love the gap that I'm in. Now I won't tell you that I'm not lying to you. I would have loved to have been born in the '80s and grew up in the '90s, like as an adult, or maybe the '80s, or maybe the '70s too, because I think it would have been a smooth time, like the thing with the OJs and shit like that.
Yeah.
That, you know what I'm saying? But definitely like been older in the '90s, bro. Oh my god.
I love our era that we're growing up in, that we've grown up in, because we got the experience.
Yeah.
We got the experience of the '90s. We got to feel the stories of the '80s and the '70s.
Facts.
We get to see the 2000s. We still growing up in the 2000s, and we get to see the transition of life between ours and theirs and how it's changing us. Like the 2020s, 19s. We're seeing how we get the end where this is how they were, the strong man, this is what men do type stuff.
Right.
Now that I think about it, we're some of the more doper ones. And this is no offense to anybody, because those of us who are willing to change, we are making changes for this era that we had to wash a lot of shit out. When you think about it, that's not easy. But before we even go into that, I want to go back to when you was talking about are you good?
I'm good.
I want to go back to when you was talking about let me just go here with it. I'm at I'm at a thought process, because me and your daughter are alike.
Right.
14, 16 or whatever. They get to an age where they start to like kind of pull away or whatever. But me and my daughter are in a great spot right now. But, you know, first it was daddy's girl. Then it became this time where it was like pulling away a little bit. Now it's at a place where we're going to talk heavy, but I don't know if I want to come over so much no more. And I'm in a time where, like, where you was talking about you're apologizing to your son for it not making it. You felt like you put him in a position by having to go to two different households. Mm-hmm. My thing is, I get that, being a man and wanting to keep your stuff together, but your happiness is before anything at this point. And that's the same when it comes to my children. Like, once you get to an age and you feel like you want to pull away, I'm not trying to control, because I realized when I turned 13, I was kind of trying to do my own. I'm not, as long as I know that I'm trying and doing what I'm doing, I'm cool, I'm okay. You're not going to have me sitting up stressing. Just because you're my child, you're not going to have me, because I know what I'm trying to do. I'm not going to go over to the house, versus probably when she was younger, I'd be, nah, it's time for her to come with me. Let's go. I'm not doing that. I'm not pulling you into no car and forcing you to come with me, because you ultimately didn't want to be there anyway. The same in a relationship. I'm not fighting no man over you, I'll fight for you. I won't fight over you.
That's dope.
You get me?
I like that.
I'm not forcing nothing on you. I'm not forcing you to be. And I know I'm jumping, but I done got here now. So if I'm fighting you over her because she's fucking with you, it does me no good, because he still kind of wants to be with you anyway. You know what I'm saying? But if you disrespect her as a person, I'm fighting for her. I'm with her, but I'm not fighting over nobody. I'm not sitting up, because you ain't stressing over me. You know what I'm saying? And that even goes back to the kids. I'm not fighting over what you want to do anymore, as far as like the time we spend. I'll fight for you still forever, because I'm your father. So I just think it's very important that because we're, as men that really care, you'll stress yourself sick, bro.
I had to let it But it's simple. So how you say y'all in a good place. She just reached out. As I'm dropping youngster off, Daddy, let me know next time you got Airson so I can start coming back over again. I need to spend some time with you. But it took for me to say, I gotta take my hands off of it. It took for me to say, all right, bro, hey, they gonna think you're a bad parent anyway, because you don't post your kids anyway, so they gonna think you're a bad parent anyway. You know what I'm saying? I don't do the TikTok dances just yet. You know what I'm saying? But the youngster, he might get me to get in the Halloween costume.
Yeah.
Where she couldn't. I don't want her to take it personal, but he just might be able to say the right thing. And where my mentality is now, maybe that hurt us. Me not being that dad at the time. She needed me to be just cool. Like, I don't like Halloween, baby. So since I don't like it, you shouldn't like it. I don't like this, so since I don't like it, you should. I just go buy you some candy. Come on.
Yeah, the easy way out.
No, because I don't want these people to put it in your candy, then I'm mad. And
Yeah.
I don't like people running up on me trying to scare me. I'm already on edge when I got you with me because I feel like I gotta protect you to get you home.
And trauma.
We all got PTSD for what we come up in. You know what I'm saying? So you looking around and people they taking little girls,
but they don't understand that because they haven't experienced that. You know,
I mean, and I think that's what it had to be to evolve of it in a sense of like me and her relationship, bro. But I got a chance. Her I would say her great uncle, her mom's he had a birthday party, turned 60, and I was like, hey, said, man, pull up, because he, we had day apartment with him, so I pulled up on him, and she was there, and I'm like, man, what's up? Where you was at? And everybody kind of looking around, like, because they all know, like, Alicia Danielle don't play, but she, but he's the one, right? Bro, I remember times where they would just be like, "I'm gonna tell your daddy," and she would freak out. So when she seen me, I gave her some love. Yeah, gave her some love or whatever. And in the process of giving her the love, bro, I was just like, "Dang, how can I get it to be a certain kind of way?" You know what I'm saying, or whatever. And we were just sitting there talking. I said, well, I'm about to get ready to go. She said, you gonna celebrate your birthday? I said, yeah. So you don't mind if I get a picture of you? I know you're a celebrity and everything. And I think at that moment, she kind of looked at me like, oh, he ain't really tripping like I think he be tripping. Like the school census thing, like asking us to ask them about their homework and stuff, right? So I just asked her, hey, you got this? What this mean? Why did it say this? Whatever. Cool. I'll let her be herself now.
Yeah.
So now, bro, I really think it's a season of change. But I think it's a season of change because where I'm about to transition to, in the sense of me as a person, my kids will get a chance to see some great things from their dad. Like some things that I wish I could have seen in my parents outside of hard work.
Yeah.
Outside of like my dad not being able to untie his shoes. Outside of my mom like cleaning toilets and stuff like that. You dig what I'm saying? Like, so like you'll get a chance to see dreams in them come true. You dig what I'm saying? That's a real thing for me with my kids. And even my friends, like my true friends, my true circle. And people who know me, I want them to see the change. And like, I want them to see what success looks like from my lens, not theirs. That's important, bro. Super, super, super important.
Have you explained to your daughter, because like you said, I didn't do this with you, but we're here now. I'm not going to not do it with him because I didn't do it with you. Have you explained to your daughter, like we always say, you're not giving a handbook. I was messed up with how I was raised back then. I'm growing now. Please allow me to. Because you're also going to make mistakes in your parenting. Because while you think it'll be easy, a lot of stuff is going to change when you get older and become a parent. Even when you think of what's considered hard. Hard for us was hard for our parents was going out cold working and all of that stuff. Hard for us is just going to a 9 to 5 every day. Hard for them is getting on the internet and seeing somebody talk. You're gonna look down. You even with your little sister, you'll look down and be like, hard? That's not hard. We had to get on the internet. Like, yo. So you gotta understand the evolution of things, and things are gonna change, and you don't have to, but appreciate the man I'm trying to become.
I've had the conversation. I've had it twice when I first went, when it was time to make the drastic change, because she was blended. So she thought it was on her. So she's like, the reason why y'all not working is because of me. I'm like, nah, it don't have nothing to do with you. And, you know what I'm saying? You wasn't the cause of it. 2 adults made a decision you'll have a brother out of this, and hopefully you'll have a family that you'll always be able to consider family. But if not, it is what it is. And then recently, there was a couple times where, like, I think my mom or like my dad and them had got him something, and she was like, "Y'all got him something?" And I'm like, "Hey, come here, let me show you something. Come here." So I'm going through my phone, and you know what I'm saying, I'm going through like old Google pictures and stuff, and I'm showing her, and she's like, "What's all this?" I'm like, "Don't ever think that you wasn't a kid before. Don't ever think that everybody didn't go above and beyond
For you.
Like, don't ever think that. But now you at a place where you know he really don't know better. He needed about another 2 years to really get all that he's gonna get as far as the basics of knowing right from wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Everything now is still trial and error on certain stuff. He's still a kid. He's still a baby. So we had that conversation, and I just told her, like, hey, I'm not here to buy no kids. I tried to buy my daughter. Now we youngster, it's so much. I used to take my daughter. They came to Houston one time, and I took her to the mall, and I bought her a pair of shoes. She was like, "My mama normally buy me 2 or 3. Damn, I gotta buy 2 pair of shorts. All right, get you another pair. Some socks too." She put the shoes on, bro. It wasn't 3 minutes. She was moonwalking and needle popping in the mall in my shoes. I say, don't do my money like that.
Yo.
You see what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
So then now, with youngster, his birthday came, and with her, I'm going out buying big gifts and trying to buy. I'm trying to show you I love you by this. With him, we went in Walmart and said, "Bro, you can get whatever you want." And you know, for a kid to hear somebody say that, that's like a dream.
Mm-hmm.
My dog got a couple cars, a couple men.
I feel like he got the work.
I said, that's enough. I said, "You sure?"
He tapped out.
I'm like, "Hey, bro, like, no, go back
He
to
tapped
it again."
out.
He like, yeah. And so, but it was cool because, you know, we only a couple days apart.
Yeah.
You dig what I'm saying? So I'm like, dang, he had to get that from his daddy. He like, I'm like, let's go get some Texas Roadhouse. We just get chicken right there. Right there is Go Chicken Go. I'm like, you don't none of that shit matter, bro. And if we don't program our kids to think that shit matter, and I keep him as pure as I can keep him, it'll be good. My daughter, when he go to Gates, it wasn't she wanted a mixed plate. She didn't want a sandwich. When she went to Longhorn, she didn't want a kids menu. She wanted with the chicken tenders and an appetizer for herself. We program these kids to think that shit.
Ooh, well, you say that, and I realized a long time ago we are a big part of the problem. My daughter was my oldest daughter.
Yeah.
She was probably like, between when she was like 1 through like 5 probably.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get her Jordans. I'm getting her stacked up. Like one time my boy had asked me, "Hey, yo, what you get your daughter for Christmas?" "Oh man, I got her the 11s with it was like 4 pair of Jordans, a cell phone, that. He was like, he was focused more on the Jordans and the clothes. Like he was like, "Why you buy her that?" I was like, and this an OG.
Yeah.
And I got offended too, cause I'm like, in my head, I'm like, nigga, that's my daughter, and I work for this. I'm gonna buy her what she want or whatever. He was like, she don't want that.
You do.
I was like, how you gonna tell me? Like, yes, she do. She don't want that. You want that.
Yeah.
You trying to make yourself feel better.
Yeah.
Your daughter like Barbie. Your daughter be happy with the. I'm just throwing one out there. Bingo and Rolly shoes or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
The plastic bubbles, bro, in the box.
Bro.
You see what I'm saying? A piece of chalk. Let's go outside. A rock. We ain't got no chalk. Let's go out here and draw on the concrete.
I knew he was right.
Yeah.
I still showed resistance though.
Yeah.
But it stayed with me.
Yeah.
And
this tour is different though.
Yeah. Huh?
This tour with the youngster is probably different for you.
Oh yeah. Cause even when her mama, like she like one day I remember she went in the store. She was like, she wanted to get her a certain shoe. You know, my wife she a fly one, and she ain't gotta have Louis V and all that,
Right.
but she buys that, but she'll shop at Target as long as it look good. But she want her daughter to be fly too. She goes to the store. She was like, look at these shoes she want. These Skechers or whatever. It was some Skechers. I was like, they wasn't that fly either.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, but they was fly to her. That was fly. I was like, get her what she want.
Yeah.
She's gonna be happier with that or whatever. And she was receptive
And
to it, quick with it. Yeah, my wife thought about it. She was like, yeah, but in her head, she's still kind of like, no.
Yeah.
But she got it for her. Like, so when dude told me that really played heavy on me, and I carried that with me through life. It was like a lesson for me
Facts.
through a lot of shit. Like, we only do certain stuff because it's for us a lot of the times. We're not really thinking about them when we do it.
Self-validation.
Self.
It's self-validation.
Self-validation.
When you post your kids, it's self-validation.
Not all the time.
It's self-validation because you need somebody to tell you, you're a great dad, you're a great mom. You see what I'm saying?
What about for the person who doesn't, like me? I don't post my kids all the time, but like, it's more so when we doing something.
That is pureness at its finest.
Okay.
That's pureness at its finest. My example. If you take your kids to McDonald's and you post it, and somebody
I got
put
you.
in the comment, you took them to McDonald's, cute. If you take your kids to Eddie V, in the comment, why would you take a little kid to Eddie V's? They don't even know what that is. So you down if you do, down if you don't.
Yeah.
So the validation a lot of times in that shit is for itself. When it's the purest, I don't. These past couple years, life has changed. I don't put my son, I don't put my daughter on a lot of stuff, but I get some moments where I do. And my son, I'm in the barbershop. Excuse me, and we laughing and joking, and we playing, and it was just a moment, but I wasn't gonna put it up. I thought about it, started to put it. It was more people like, damn, bro, that's dope. You said, I always post your daughter. You kind of keep him with like he blanket, Michael Jackson's son. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. Excuse me. And so I had to learn some of that selfish because I'm trying to protect. We don't get that much time. The time we get, I don't want to share it with y'all.
Yeah.
If I ain't sleeping, trying to go work or whatever, I want to be right there. I used to feel guilty not taking my kids out places. On the weekends that I would have them, my friends would be like, hey, boy, you want to go hang or whatever? Nah, I got the baby, man. If the baby can't come, I can't come. My daughter went with me everywhere. So some stuff she seen, she probably shouldn't have been around.
Yeah.
She probably shouldn't have been around. But these my homeboys. These my partners. They call more than my family do. So she, you know what I'm saying? As a young jit, it was some stuff she probably should have seen. So my son has zero tolerance. I tell my daughter, thank you. Because you made him better and you're going to make your kids better. There was some stuff she shouldn't have seen, brother. Cats, pistols, and drinking and partying, and you exposed them to too much too soon. Me, exposed to too much too soon. I lost my innocence, you can fill in the blank, at 12.
Sheesh.
It was gone. It was already in the mix of it at 10. 12, it was gone. My life has never been the same since. I'm like, Pops, why you about to cry? Because you'll never be the same, my son. You're going to chase that drug for the rest of your life. You see what I'm saying? I tell my daughter all the time, I don't lose your innocence, baby. Trust me. You're going to get 100 times to lose it. Wait as long as you can.
If she does, the man in me, as far as my daughter, the man that I've become, I'm not coming down on you.
No.
I'm going to guide you through this.
No.
I'm going to be there for you because I don't want to run you away. I don't want you to feel like I feel like you're a mistake and you made a mistake, because a baby is not a mistake to me.
No.
It's a joy, but
We just said it the other day, though. Some people worth the offense. Shout out to our tribute. Like, some people are really worth the offense. Certain stuff, we can get through, we can get past.
yeah.
Even when you mad at me, we can get past.
I think you need to
say
say that louder. I think they need to hear what you just said.
Certain things, certain people are worth the offense. Is how he, and I'm quoting it, so I want to make sure I give him his thing. But it was a gospel artist. It was a Ty Tribbett, and he was having a conversation with some fellas, and he said he had to learn certain people are worth the offense. So if it's certain things that you can do that's not deal breakers. It's certain things that you can do and you can go through life and we can work through these things. Everything ain't an end all cancellation. Everything, a lot of times we cancel each other before we get a chance to see the finished result of the
No
problem.
grace.
We don't have no grace, but we want everybody to have grace for us. We want everybody to have grace for us. We want everybody to have mercy for us, and we want everybody to be understanding for us.
Mm-hmm.
But we can't understand why they treat us the way they do. You see what I'm saying? But that's been stuck with me for the past couple of weeks, bro, because a lot of times we write people off and you get mad at them and you hold on to that, or you go, I can't fool with you because it is. Nah, you gotta kind of go back to them and be like, boy, it's cool. It ain't that bad. I thought it was that bad, but it ain't. We get through it. Yeah. But we gotta both want to go through it. Mm-hmm. We gotta walk through the door together. Whether you walk in first or I walk in first or I hold the door or however, let's just walk through the door being the situation, and then we can come up out of it, you know what I'm saying, with some kind of like really end result. But when it comes to like kids having babies early, I thought I was too early. I was in my 20s. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I you know what I'm saying, you think about it now, I probably would have waited a little bit longer. You know what I'm saying? But certain stuff with your kids, sexuality, bad grades, fighting, arguing, but you got to think too, you showed them a lot of that shit. You showed them that. Whether you didn't fight loud in the room, they heard you in the room, when the baby was in there, you're like, don't be loud, my daughter in another room. And she's like, oh, what? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And they can feel the tension. Kids feel the tension. Yeah. You wake up in the morning, what's up? You mad at mama? No. You mad at daddy? No. Yeah, you is. Why? Because normally when you ain't mad, you hug them and kiss him. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? Uh-huh. They pay attention. Hey, so why you ain't your mama nothing to eat? Your mama already ate. Oh, cause what? She with her friends? She always with her friends. You ain't gonna fix daddy plate? Daddy plate in the microwave. It used to be in the microwave. Now you just put all the bowls in the refrigerator. Used to make daddy plate. They see all that. Then they turn around and watch TV and watch their phones and everything else. And on this Family Matters, it was made. This was this was that. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So the narrative has changed so much, but they get a chance to watch it and they see it and they go around and they change that shit. And if you ain't careful, that becomes their life.
To match your quote with Ty Tribbett. Yeah. Ty Tribbett is his name, right? Not even to match it, but to close us out with a quote, and you can speak to it if you want to. I was blessed to be in front of a quote today. Yeah. God put me in front of the Pivot podcast. Okay. With Kyle Pitts on there.
I ain't checked that one yet. I'm gonna check in.
And I don't know what he said verbatim, but he said something along the lines of, I don't work for perfection. I work for progression. Okay. And as a man, you don't have to be perfect. You just got to progress. Thanks. So if you want to speak to that, cool. If not, we'll close her out.
We don't touch it. I appreciate it, though.
Man, I appreciate you coming. Like I said before, and like you're going to hear on every episode, the goal is to leave an imprint on your mind and your heart. We pray you've been indelibly marked.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, bro. I appreciate it.